complete with a musical amuse-bouche provided by moi. So take a seat, lover, and let me entertain you.
Riverdale isn't good. What's up, buttercups? Today's video was requested by Jasper Benson K, so shouts out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for liking and enjoying my last video, and now here I am to go ahead and tear apart Riverdale for you. So, you're welcome. But before I start destroying Riverdale, I just need to make a few disclaimers. First things first, I am not by any means going to be making fun of the people that enjoy Riverdale. The target demographic of Riverdale is like young teenage girls, and young teenage girls historically have always been chastised and given flack for the types of media that they enjoy consuming. It is for that reason that I refuse to make fun of or roast the people that enjoy watching Riverdale. Young teenage girls and boys should be able to enjoy whatever kind of media that makes them feel good. As a young 13-year-old who enjoyed watching Teen Wolf and got made fun of for liking Teen Wolf, I am not in the business of making young teenage boys and girls feel bad for the things that they enjoy, alright? So, there's that. Second disclaimer. This is not going to be a true review. I have only watched season 1 of Riverdale. I have not seen season 2, and I am for sure not going to be watching season 3. Therefore, I cannot give you a complete and accurate description of why I dislike Riverdale. All I am doing is giving you my opinions based off of what I have seen and what I have heard. And last but not least, my opinions are not fact. You can believe in whatever you want to believe. If you think Riverdale is the best show on planet Earth, good for you. If you believe Riverdale deserves to be in like a bottomless pit somewhere, good for you too. All I am doing is telling you how I feel about a CW teen drama. God forbid. Alright, now that those general disclaimers are out of the way, let's get into the video. So first off, let's start with what I like about Riverdale. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I did watch the first season of Riverdale. Although, I will say, I could barely get past the first 4 minutes of the first episode of season 1. I can go into the whole reason why I stopped watching after the first 4 minutes of Riverdale, but like, I can't even really remember, to be honest. I just remember thinking this isn't plausible and I don't want to see Archie's abs, so I just clicked out of Netflix. But I will say, of course, because I watched season 1, I ended up watching after the first 4 minutes of Riverdale and I ended up completing season 1. Season 1 is not good, alright? But it's not terrible either. Season 1 is campy. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it has a solid plot line for the first season to follow. The whole point of the first season is who killed Jason Blossom. So we know that no matter what the characters do, at the end, we're gonna figure out who killed Jason Blossom. Sure, there was little to no character development. I didn't really care about the characters and their relationships at all, but that of course is a personal thing. I know other people were very much so invested in the characters and their relationships, but for me, I didn't care about all of that. I just liked the fact that there was a good plot line and the plot line was able to keep me interested. The acting wasn't that bad either, you know, of course it's a campy kind of show and the characters are very one-dimensional when you first meet them and probably after in later seasons, but that's none of my business. But the actors did a good job of taking what was probably lukewarm scripts and turning them into something that they could actually use as motivation on screen. So season 1 of Riverdale was fine. You know, it was cute, it was cheesy, it was campy, it was something you could hate watch without really even having to hate watch it. It's just something you could watch with your friends on like a Saturday night and just laugh or talk over. The problem comes in when the writers realized they were gonna get a season 2. Now, I don't know the timeline of how CW renewed Riverdale or when the CW renewed Riverdale. I don't know if they renewed Riverdale like before they did the season finale or after they did the season finale. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Riverdale should not have survived past season 1. Riverdale could have been one of those funny cult classic TV shows that you could watch with your friends in like 10 years and be like, oh my god, this is so funny, ha ha ha. But no, that's not at all what happened. And instead of it just dying after season 1, we now have 2 more seasons of nonsense. So here's the reason why I say that I don't know if the writers even knew that they were going to get a season 2 or a season 3 or anything past season 1, and that's because from what it sounds like, they don't know what they're doing. And season 2 could have been good. Season 2 could have been, you know, we set it up, we watch it fall, and we resolve it, and then we could have been done then too. But I feel like the writers had written themselves into corners that they didn't realize they were gonna have to write themselves out of. And because of that, they're now just throwing things at a wall and hoping it sticks. I tried watching season 2. I cannot get past the first 10 minutes of the first episode of season 2. And I mean that. It's not like oh, I can't get past the first episode, but then give me 2 weeks and I'll do it like I did with season 1 of Riverdale. Like, nah, I'm not watching Riverdale. You cannot make me. I am making an entire review based off of me only watching the first season because I refuse to watch the other 2 seasons or any other season that Riverdale comes out with. I don't care who you put on there. Chris Evans could be on there for all I care. I'm not watching Riverdale. Riverdale doesn't know what it's doing, and because of that, everything is falling apart. It's either Riverdale doesn't know what it's doing, or Riverdale doesn't care about what it's doing anymore. Like I mentioned in my review of The Society, which if you haven't seen that, you should go check that out. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. I said that I liked that show because even though it was trying too hard, it was still trying. And I had the same feelings when it came to Riverdale. I liked season 1 because even though it was trying way too hard, it was still trying to do something. Season 2, season 3, I don't even think they're trying anymore. I just think they're coasting by. My friend who actually actively watches Riverdale just finished season 3 and she told me that there's 2 cults, 3 gangs, and a corpse in someone's house. Why? Archie went to prison? There was a bear attack? I thought when I saw that clip that they were kidding. That Archie, that they were just making a joke that Archie can't lie, but nah. Dude really got attacked by a whole grizzly bear? What is happening? The writing got terrible. And while you can argue that the writing in season 1 was terrible because they were going for that, they were going for that campy kind of bad, self-aware kind of dialogue, but see, no, sweetie, because there's a difference between that dialogue and the dialogue of season 2 and season 3, because the dialogue in season 2 and season 3 makes it seem like they know what they're saying and that they mean that. The acting has gone downhill. And here's the thing, right, is I understand. As someone who for 4 years of her life had to act out terrible scripts, I understand how hard it is for you to take some really terrible dialogue and make it sound plausible and you care on stage or in front of a camera. I don't think people understand how hard it is for actors and actresses to actually take just terrible writing and make it good, because that shit's hard. The only performance on Riverdale that I enjoy is Lily Reinhart as Betty. She's the only one that seems to be trying still. I feel like the rest of them are just well, I'm getting a nice check and it's the CW and people love me, so I'm just gonna keep going and just give out whatever I feel like giving out. And Lily Reinhart is the only one that's okay, let me try and make this shitty dialogue, I don't know, salvageable. I feel like the writers of Riverdale just don't understand what they're doing with the plotline anymore, so they're kind of just letting these characters run the plotline. At this point, Riverdale is just a show that you watch because you enjoy the cast of characters rather than you want an actual plot line and a good cast of characters. And because of that reason, I feel like the writers are just we can do whatever we want and people will continue to watch because they love Cole Sprouse. And that, ladies and gents, is where we get to the true reason why I feel like Riverdale is trash. And that is, Riverdale does not care about their craft nor their audience. At this point, it's a general consensus on the internet that Riverdale is trash. And of course, for people that hardcore love Riverdale, if you have to log onto the internet and see that people are bragging on your favorite show, and then by proxy basically telling you that not only is your favorite show trash, but you're trash for watching it, you're gonna start to become pretty defensive about your favorite show. So then you have Stan Twitter willing to die on this hill, this Riverdale hill, because they've realized that people attacking Riverdale is by extension attacking them. And whenever you feel attacked by something, you feel the need to double down even harder, which is why it's hard to find a casual fan of Riverdale. All Riverdale really has in terms of their fan base are stans. So the writers and showrunners of Riverdale know that they can do whatever they want really with the show because they understand that the largest segment of their fan base is willing to stick it out with this show no matter what they do. I think the only way that fans of Riverdale are gonna stop watching Riverdale is if you get rid of like one of the core, five? Like Betty, Archie, Veronica, Jughead, and Cheryl. Like if you get rid of those five, then I feel like that's when they're gonna go ahead and tap out. But until then, they know that they have them in their claws and they're gonna keep them there. Which is why I refuse to respect Riverdale. Because I feel like they're taking advantage of the people that love their show. And not only are they taking advantage of their audience, they're also just taking advantage of the fact that they have the opportunity to create something that many other creators would love to be able to have. Riverdale doesn't deserve a 20-minute long review. And you wanna know why? It's because Riverdale doesn't have anything interesting to talk about for 20 minutes. I just wanted to finally come on camera and say my piece and also make this video because a lovely subscriber asked me to. So, what am I gonna do? Say no? Anyways, that's my 2 cents on Riverdale. I'm sorry if this wasn't as, happy or upbeat or energetic or frenetic or even funny as my The Society review, but Riverdale as a show kind of just makes me a little angry. Anyways, thank you for watching this rambling rant session about the travesty that is Riverdale. Like I mentioned earlier, I did do a review on Netflix's original show, The Society, so you should definitely go check that out too while you're here. And then also, you should just check out the rest of my channel. I talk about a lot of things. Really, I don't know how to sell myself or market this channel. It's just a collection of who I am as a person. So, that's cute. Anyways, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to see more of me, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. See ya!